How can you maximize your profits in the first 24 hours of PulseChain and PulseX? In this video, we'll be looking into steps that you can take to make the best out of the first 24 hours when PulseChain is launched. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello and welcome to ABCrypto. If you're new to our channel, just hit that subscribe button below and hit the notification bell to receive any new video updates. You can also follow us on TikTok at _ABCrypto_. And if you want to read some more about today's topic, you can get the links down in the description below. But without further ado, let's get started. If you want an early start for PulseX, make sure you check out PulseXtokens.com because prior to the launch of PulseX, they're providing a free PulseX Faucet where you can earn 100 PulseX per day that will be queued up and given to you at launch. Here you can also list new token projects for free, vote for your community's project, and are working on much more. Big things are coming to PulseXtokens.com, so come drink from their free PulseX Faucet, and you can use my personal link down below and can become an affiliate yourself to earn 20% for any users who join using your link. But as we get closer to the end of 2022, the hype surrounding the launch of PulseChain is only growing. Both the people who invested in PulseChain during its sacrifice phase and the people who missed out on its sacrifice phase are as patient as they can be since everyone wants PulseChain to go live, and with the words of Richard Hart, it seems that day isn't far. For an upcoming project to gather such hype and a massive number of growing followers doesn't just happen overnight, but with the dedication of its team and of course the founder. This is where Richard Hart comes along. He's a different person, and so are his methods, but as we're seeing, his methods do work and get the much needed attention. This is also why everyone's so bullish on the launch of PulseChain, because in our eyes, the high profits are simply guaranteed. We've seen it happen before with Hex, which was Richard Hart's first project. In fact, Hex is also a reason why so many people are optimistic for the launch of PulseChain, because there's a clear chance that Hex has helped Richard Hart to understand the market more thoroughly and learn from his mistakes. With PulseChain and PulseX, we'll be seeing a strong competitor of Ethereum and Uniswap. While that's not the goal of Richard Hart, since he's always stated he wants PulseChain to help to support the burden of Ethereum, but as more time is passing, we can be certain that PulseChain may very well stand out as the best layer 1 project that's out there. This also brings us back to our main question. What are the steps that will help you to maximize your profits in the first 24 hours of PulseChain's launch, and is it even possible? For one, surely yes, it is possible to maximize your profits in the first 24 hours of a project. Winners don't wait for the best opportunity, but they make one in any given conditions. First comers always get the best slice of the pie. However, you have to be a bit smart and a bit of a risk taker. We've seen this before, as there have been several projects that have given good profits in their first 24 hours. In the case of SafeMoon, its price increased 108% in the first 24 hours, giving the first comers a good taste of victory. Now, coming back to PulseChain, the first step in the first 24 hours of the launch is to understand the market conditions. When we consider and look at how PulseChain is going to do when it finally goes live, we have to consider when it is launched and what is the investor sentiment at the moment. And this is where many people have faith in Richard Hart, as they believe Hart is waiting for the right market conditions to launch PulseChain. This means we'll see PulseChain go public when the bear market ends and when we start to enter a bull market. This also relates to good market conditions, which will give good returns and fast. Step number 2 is to accumulate as many pulse as possible. Since the first 24 hours are basically pulse on sale, the strategy is to accumulate as many pulse as possible without going beyond your investor limit. There is a good chance that PulseChain will do a 10x in the first 24 to 48 hours, but if that doesn't happen, the more pulse you can hold, the higher your chances of success in the coming days or weeks. Step number 3 is to not go all in at once. While it is vital to obtain as much pulse as you can, don't break your bank. Investors must be savvy and have liquid funds to play with. We'll explain what to do with your liquid funds in our last step, but putting all your money at once in PulseChain will only minimize your profits. The best way to beat this is to understand that since there is so much hype surrounding PulseChain, its price will remain constantly volatile. There will be constant highs and there will be constant lows, because whenever there is hype, there is also fear. And to maximize your profits, you will need to make the best possible use of those fears and put your money in when the price declines. Step number 4 is to follow PulseChain's news and community. While everyone has faith in Richard Hart and his projects, the fact remains that the crypto market will always be volatile. And if you make some big calls without hearing from the PulseChain community, you may end up taking losses. Anything can go wrong in the first 24 hours, so to counter that risk, you will need to keep in touch with the PulseChain community through Twitter, YouTube, Telegram, and Reddit. The community will ensure that you do not sail alone, but have ample support and are aware of all the ins and outs. Step number 5 is don't sell too quickly. We know that Hex went live on December 2nd of 2019 and started trading at 0.0002 cents. While it saw some immediate highs and lows, it was not until May of 2020 that its price started to skyrocket and it beat some of the zeros. Imagine if the people who were able to buy Hex at that cheap price sold it in a few days, thinking it isn't going to do big in the coming months. The same can happen with PulseChain. Even if it doesn't do very well in the first 24 hours, soars, the chances are it will break all the negative sentiments in the coming months. And the final step is to keep some liquid money available. You never know how wide the window of opportunity is or how many chances you have regarding the possible price dips of PulseChain that you can take advantage of. If you have some cash on reserve, you never know because it may come in handy, and the best strategy is to have a tiny portion in reserve. So, what do you think? What steps would you take during the first 24 hours of PulseChain that you believe will help to gain maximum profits? Please do let us know in the comment section down below. This brings us to the end of today's video. We hope you guys found this video resourceful and entertaining, and if you have any more information to add to improve to the content in this video, please do so down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and if you loved watching this video, send us those likes. We thank you guys for watching and see you in our next video.